Tonight, we have an eye-opening report from the I-Team, and this is about auto thefts happening at the airport. Ginger Allen is here with what she found, and I think this is super interesting, Ginger.
It is, because it might be the last thing on your mind when you go to fly, your car. That is until you land. We found more and more passengers are getting off their flights only to find their vehicles gone without a trace.
After a fun, memory-filled family getaway, Olga Villavicencio and her family landed at DFW Airport, only to learn their brand new Cadillac Escalade had been stolen.
We never thought in a million years that could have happened.
Adding insult to injury, she says her experience with airport police.
Awful.
Police records obtained by the I-Team show her car was one of 13 vehicles stolen that week in July.
To them, it was pretty normal. Just call your insurance, they'll take care of it. You don't have to pay anything. And I was like,
And she's not alone. More than 120 vehicles have been stolen from DFW Airport so far this year, most of them from parking garages. That's already more thefts than all of last year. Not much when you consider there are 40,000 spaces.
But the I-Team dug into those cases and learned a lot more about what you should expect when you park and what you should not expect. Like video of the crime. None of the reports mentioned actual video of the thefts happening.
In fact, in 21% of cases we looked at, officers noted the cameras were not working or there were no cameras at all. April, they did not have cameras in the area. May, camera not working. June, offense not captured on camera. In just 12% of cases, toll plaza cameras snap photos of getaway drivers, though in some cases, investigators noted the quality of the images was too poor to be much help to investigators. In an email, an airport spokesman told the I-Team the toll plaza cameras are not intended to serve a security surveillance function. Rather, their purpose is to ensure accurate payment only.
Meaning, if you don't stop, you still have to pay. But over and over again, the reports showed the drivers of stolen vehicles would not pay because they would not stop. Instead, they would piggyback on the car in front of them, waiting for the arm to raise for that car and then following closely behind, leaving no picture of the thief behind the wheel.
In June, an airport police officer spotted a pickup as it piggybacked through the North Toll Plaza.
43 traffic, 1500 North Service, correction, North International.
The truck had been stolen from the Terminal A parking garage.
There's going to be a black Dodge Ram TRX. He's running from me. He's going on 121 North.
The thief easily escaped the officer, who called off the chase within a couple of minutes.
How much is your vehicle worth?
100 grand.
100 grand.
This body cam video is from another case involving another stolen TRX.
So unfortunately, when they do steal vehicles, it's always TRX or Hellcats, anything of high value.
The officer is right. Records the I-Team obtained show the TRX is the most stolen vehicle at DFW Airport so far this year. According to the airport, high-performance cars and trucks are a, quote, prime target.
If it was one thing, if it was free, you know, it's free parking.
Mark's TRX was one of 2 stolen on the same night in May. He bought another one, but does not plan to park it the next time he flies.
I pay a lot of money to park in those parking garages whenever you're there, but there is zero security.
In an email, the airport says officers, quote, regularly patrol the terminals and other parking areas, adding that owners of these types of vehicles should be aware of the current trend and take precautions, like updating security systems, locking doors, and removing valuables.
and they found it on Lemon Avenue.
Back to Olga Villavicencio. She's one of the lucky ones. Her vehicle was recovered in a traffic stop in Dallas hours after it was stolen. Shattered glass was all over the floorboards, but the car was in one piece. She's still waiting to find out who was behind the wheel and if the thief was even arrested.
I'm not happy with the airport police department. They don't have anything information, just footage that the car was exited. But other than that, nothing.
We asked airport officials to sit down and talk to us about our findings and what passengers were telling us. But a spokesperson said he felt the issue had been, quote, covered extensively already, end quote. Now, meanwhile, Nicole, from looking at all of these documents we went through, we can tell a lot of this appears to be the work of crime rings. So groups that stole 6, 7, 8, 10, or even more vehicles all at one time.
And at the top, Ginger, I said this was interesting, and I think what I really meant to say is it's scary because you're getting on a plane, you're going on a business trip, you're going away with your family, and you think, okay, my car is good. But we're turning out to see that it's not. So how do we protect our cars next time we have to go to the airport?
So it's the same advice you get about any parking garage. You've heard it. Choose a well-lit area with lots of foot traffic. Don't count on those cameras, as you saw. And when you get back, here's just one more tip. Check on your license plates. Thieves are taking the plates off of other cars to disguise their own vehicles and the ones they steal. So just an extra tip there.
That is wild to think about. Ginger Allen with the I-Team, we really appreciate you digging on this.